TRN News.
3 people are dead following a small plane crash in White County over the weekend. A 911 caller reported seeing the aircraft go down around noon Saturday near Elmira Road. Dean Selby with the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport has identified the victims as pilot Jonathan Braun and 2 passengers, Alabama couple Dylan and Kelsey Davis. Federal transportation officials are investigating the cause of the crash. A 24-year-old man is facing 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder after a string of shootings across Memphis on Saturday. Police say Enoch Martinez shot at multiple people while driving a silver Ford Edge, leaving 2 victims critically injured. Martinez fled from officers, crashed his SUV, and tried to run before being taken into custody. Authorities recovered a handgun at the scene and tied Martinez to all 5 shootings. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
Oh, I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius! So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
3 people are dead after a small plane crashed in Tennessee Saturday morning. Police say the single-engine aircraft crashed as it was descending to land at the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport in Sparta, about 100 miles southeast of Nashville. All 3 people on board were killed. Air traffic control officials say they lost communication with the plane shortly before it went down, and an investigation into the cause of the crash is still ongoing. The Tennessee Titans are welcoming 9 new players to the team. The Titans wrapped up the 2025 NFL Draft by selecting 9 prospects, including quarterback Cam Ward with the first overall pick. Tennessee also picked up 2 wide receivers and a running back on the offensive side of the ball, while grabbing a cornerback and safety on the defensive side. Garnett Hollis Jr., who is from the Nashville area and played at West Virginia, signed with the Titans as an undrafted free agent. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A jury has sided with a Tennessee Tech employee in a discrimination lawsuit. The Herald Citizen reports that Kristen Dieter filed the lawsuit in 2022, alleging that Tech denied her a promotion while 2 male employees received a promotion to the position of professor. The Herald's article said that a jury order filed February the 8th states that Tech discriminated against Dieter because of her sex when denying her application for the promotion in rank from associate professor to full professor. The article goes on to say that a judge ordered Tech to immediately promote Dieter. Cookeville Regional Medical Center and Encompass Health plan to build a new 50-bed inpatient rehabilitation center on the current CRMC inpatient rehab property. The CRMC Board of Trustees have approved the $60 million project, which also will include a therapy gym, courtyard, and dining for patients and visitors. The construction and joint venture with Encompass also requires the approval of the Cookeville City Council. Rock and Roll Sushi will open its doors in Cookeville soon. Cookeville Mayor Lauren Wheaton says the restaurant will set up shop in the old CC's Pizza location on South Willow Avenue.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. An unsettled weather pattern will take hold of the region beginning today. A few showers and thunderstorms will be possible this afternoon and evening. Storms could contain gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in the lower 80s. South wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. A few showers may linger into the overnight hours with lows in the mid-60s. South wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will be possible again Wednesday with highs in the low 80s.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the lovely Willow Window Studio. As you can see it there on your screen right now, it's beautiful in the Willow Window Studio, 310 Newman Drive. Jason and Sheila here. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
Elevate, elevate.
It's 6:07 now.
Hello, everyone. High today around 80 for us. We've got 64 right now, Jason.
My goodness.
Our guest this morning will be Nicky Filpo. He is Colonel Nicky Filpo. He teaches at Cookeville High School, JROTC.
Yeah.
He's going to be retiring soon, so we'll talk to him about that, his great career, what his plans are. Then National Day of Prayer is coming up Thursday.
That's right. And they got a big proclamation from the city and county, too.
Because they're special.
Yeah. And
I know Dimple Holmes was there. She'll be in this morning. And then Marsha Mullins.
Love me some Dimple. Well, I love Marsha, too.
Yeah, you better not leave Marsha out.
I love me some Dimple.
Dimple is his spirit animal. That's what he tells everybody.
I told her that.
She liked that. Yeah, she giggled at that.
And you'll be able to watch the National Day of Prayer right here on Hub Plus, on the cable channels, the Roku app, YouTube, Facebook. So however you're watching us right now, you can watch the National Day of Prayer coming up Thursday.
Yeah, I can't believe it's already here. Yeah, it is the first.
And then if you can't be around, if you got to be on the road or something and you want to take part of that, you can listen to it on 107.7 Grace FM. So we got you covered on the National Day of Prayer for sure. A few things you need to know, and this is going on all this week down by the courthouse on Broad Street between, I guess it's on Jefferson, East Broad Street between North Jefferson and North Washington. So it's that street that runs by the courthouse in between the Ronald Reagan building and Poets.
Gotcha.
On that side there. So that's closed now. It'll be closed until 5 o'clock this afternoon. They're redoing the pavement there. So if going through town is part of your schedule today, just know that.
And also, you're talking about road closures, East 10th Street.
Yeah.
It's going to be partially closed too.
Okay.
That starts today. Vehicles traveling along East 10th Street should be prepared for multiple lane shifts. That's between Wilson Avenue and Fisk Road. Phase 2 of the East 10th Street widening project. That's what they're doing there, and that's continuing. The traffic barriers and barrels will be up, cones. Be mindful of temporary traffic stops, so you might want to leave a little early if you got to take 10th Street.
Yeah.
City of Cookeville, they're doing a lot of, just paving and things like that. So please be careful for the workers out there on the streets too. I think sometimes we get a little bit thinking, oh, we got to get there quick. We get there, but there's people standing there doing their job, and that's really dangerous. So be careful, mindful of them too.
Carthage Junction Depot invites you to attend the first annual Gordonsville High School Senior Art Showcase. It's coming up this Saturday from 2 to 6. So if you find yourself in the Carthage, Gordonsville area, stop on by and see some art exhibits from some of Gordonsville High School's seniors.
And speaking of seniors, we're not me, I'm not involved in this, but Baxter Beautification Committee, they're revving up memories prom night photo trail.
Oh.
How cool is that?
Okay.
It says calling all Upperman prom attendees. It is free. It's a unique exhibition where you'll witness a spectacular display of vintage wheels. So vintage cars, hometown love, glitz and glam as you travel through the photo trail. And it said you can either bring your own photographer or they'll have a couple of volunteers at every stop or station to help snap photos on your phones or what have you. But that's really a cool thing they're doing for the Upperman High School students.
Upperman, I think they're one of the few schools left that still does May Day too.
And speaking of it, it's May 3rd, so that is this Saturday too.
Yeah.
4:30 to 7:30. It said come dressed to impress.
I think they have May Day on Friday, prom on Saturday.
That's cool. I love all those traditions like that.
Another road closure, CC Camp Road from Buffalo Valley Road to West Jackson. I'll be closed today as well. So just wanted to be sure to let you know about that.
That's all the things.
I've got one more. Animal lovers between the ages of 8 and 15. The Cookeville, Putnam County Animal Shelter is asking you to come hang out, help them clean and organize, learn how to be a great pet owner, and best of all, play with all the adorable dogs and cats.
I may be past the age. If it's
you for sure past that age, Sheila.
But am I ever past the age to pet animals and treat animals right? I don't think so.
If you would like to find out more, you can call 931-526-3647. That's 931-526-3647. Your 2 cents is coming up. That's brought to you by our friends down at Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Go by and see them if you're looking for anything from guns to guitars. They've got it for you at Freedom Pond.
And this question, I like it because I was hearing some folks talk about what their grannies used to say and what the pa used to say. And I thought that would be a good question. What is the most Southern word you've ever heard? Because we make up our own language here in the South. The most Southern word you've ever heard.
I don't know.
Chester drawers.
Well,
that's one of mine.
For me, I think I might go hose pipe.
Yep.
Because I remember saying that when I moved away from here. When I lived in Ohio.
They're different.
And I said something about the hose pipe, and they looked at me like, what?
Like you were talking a foreign language?
What are you even talking about?
One of my friends from California, I said the eye on the stove, and he had never heard about that. And we were adults.
What are you supposed to call them?
Burner. He called it burner. And I go, burner.
Burner.
This ain't drugs up in here.
Well, I mean, you're not supposed to burn anything with it. Maybe while we're better
Or
cooked.
heating element, which,
mean-
yeah, that's the technical term, but it's the eye on the stove.
Yeah.
Right. And then I was grown. I was a grown woman, about 21 years old, before I knew that nobody by the name of Chester made chest of drawers.
Oh, well.
I thought it was some
Sheila.
guy with the last name Chester that made a Chester drawer.
Now, Sheila.
I didn't until I saw it written out.
You sure? You were in your 20s where you figured
Early
that one
20s,
out?
maybe late teens. It was when I first got in radio and I had to do a commercial and it was written in front of me to read. And
Yeah.
I said and got made fun of. They have spelled this wrong. It's not chest of drawers. It's Chester drawers. They're like, you are country's cornbread, girl.
Chester drawers.
And I'm like, I'm today years old before I realized
Glad
that.
he
I
wasn't
was
a
probably-
private
I was
eye.
probably 19.
You know, if it had been like 007 drawers, Chester drawers.
Exactly. I knew it was a shelf of drawers, but I thought that last name, I thought it was like Ben Chester or something.
So you never thought when you were looking at that, oh, that's funny that they call it a Chester drawers when it's a chest of drawers.
No, because in my mind, I had made it fine that I thought it was a last name Chester. Somebody developed them, and his name was Chester.
His last name was Drawers.
No, I knew that was drawers. I knew it was a.
Oh, so
I
you
knew
didn't
they were drawers.
You didn't think the guy's name was Chester Drawers?
No, I just thought his last name was Chester.
Hello, Mr. Drawers. Thank you
Like
for your chest.
Jason Chester come up with this
Oh.
the drawers.
You thought his last name was Chester.
Yeah. I mean, I made up a whole
Wow.
thing.
That is amazing.
Well, look, arch potatoes.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I wasn't 20. I was still in my teens. Anyway, it's 6:17
I hadn't
now.
seen it written out in front of me, okay? Until then I realized.
Sheila's in a little bit of a mood today. I'm just gonna throw that
I'm not
out.
in a mood. I'm in a great mood, everybody.
She's in a little bit of a mood. I'm just
Good Tuesday morning.
She's a little bit of a mood. It's 6:17. We'll get into your 2 cents coming up in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville Hangout.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from Summer Space. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. Summer Space has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window studio. It's the 29th of April, 6:19. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Jason.
Oh, hey, good. It looks like you
How are
come
you
out your
doing?
mood a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about with a mood. What are you talking about, mood?
I'm not going to say anything about your mood.
There's days when you're not like acting yourself. Do I bring it up on the air? No. No.
I think everybody can see it.
See what?
But you,
I'm lovely today. This feels like a Monday, but it's not. Okay, we're going to do your 2 cents.
There we go, Sheila. Now we're back on the
back on the rails.
Now we're back on the tracks.
Oh, your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. They are the best ever when it comes to pawning. Pawning and doing and guns and ammoing.
Yeah.
They got it all.
They got it all.
Talk to Dana in there. He's a good guy.
Talk to Dana.
Yeah. Dana Teeple. What's up, Dana? Okay, here's the question. What is the most Southern word you've ever heard? This is going to be so much fun.
All right, what are other people saying?
You don't have a word?
I told you mine. Hose pipe.
Rhonda said, my husband says, faiont, instead of found. Fount. Oh, okay, she's talking about fount. But she put something beside it that said fount. Sorry.
I found it.
I should have read over all these first.
No, why start now?
Michael said, doohickey. I don't know if that's just a Southern thing because I've heard a lot of people say it.
Well, Donna, my wife, she shortened it to just hickey. So she didn't say do in front of it. And when we first started,
where's that little hickey?
Yeah, where's that hickey at? I was like, hickey? I ain't got no hickeys. You're talking about hickeys.
You got scared that you had a hickey somewhere.
Where?
You're like, I ain't been doing nothing.
Yeah, so she took off the do, and now it's just hickey. So now I don't even say doohickey anymore. I just say hickey, just like I fell into her way of thinking.
No bueno.
Yeah, and she says no bueno all the time.
That's not really Southern.
That's real
she
Southern.
She might be Hispanic.
And so now we live in a no bueno house. You know, something's not good.
Jennifer said herda. Spelled like they say it instead of heard. I heard or I hearded it.
You know, and there's
I heard it. I've heard that. I've heard it.
There's y'all, and then there's y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, like.
You trying to be the great poupon of y'all?
No.
Y'all.
If you're saying did y'all, a lot of times
y'all.
it all comes out. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
It's its own word now.
It is. Their cornbread ain't done. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You probably think about me this morning.
No, I think it might be overdone. I think you might be burnt on the bottom.
You're going to have to watch if I'm in a mood.
That's what I'm saying. You got a burnt bottom.
John said plumb as he ran plumb through the field. One ran plumb through the fence. That's what I was said.
It's funny to hear these because my first knee-jerk reaction is, oh, that's not weird.
Right.
But
because we've heard it all of our life. We've even said this. You know, one that I think is just in this area, because I'm from Lynchburg, Tennessee. We didn't say yuns a lot there. It is mainly in this area.
Yuns?
Yuns.
Yeah, I don't.
Yuns.
It's yuns. I don't really say it a lot, but I have said
I didn't hear that a lot until I came here.
Yeah.
But then again,
Well,
Chester Drawers was made by a guy named Chester.
Well, we're a town of higher education than Lynchburg.
Well, it does have Tennessee Tech.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with Lynchburg.
I didn't say there was.
I got here from there.
I just said we're just a little bit more cultured. And
well, see, now I'm more cultured because I've been living in Cookeville more than I have Lynchburg now.
Right. And then was Cookeville where you learned that it wasn't Chester Drawers?
No. Shebville, Tennessee.
Okay, well.
Shelbyville. Shebville.
All right.
And Cookeville. Narren.
It's never been Narren. It's always been Nary.
She said Narren, and my granny said Narren, not Nary.
Oh, my people said Nary.
Sarah Bird, are you from Lynchburg too? That was what she said. When I thought, like when we were going to church, when the roll is called Up Yonder, I always was asking Mom, well, not always, but I remember one time asking my mama, where is yonder?
Well, it's just down the road a bit.
That's what she said. Down the road a bit, or in heaven. When the road is called Up Yonder.
If it's down yonder, it's just down yonder. If it's down bit a piece,
yeah,
it's a little bit further than yonder.
Here's another thing my mama still says. Friday week or Monday week.
I don't get that.
I'm like, Mama, you confused me. Just say next Monday or something.
That's like doing some algebra there.
It is.
Yeah.
You know how I hate math.
Yeah.
Thomas said, well, in my opinion, the Southern language is very beautiful. I will agree. We're not making fun of it. We're just saying what our culture is and what we
Right.
say. He said, over yonder is what he said.
Yeah.
Y'all. Y'all is like, we say it so much in the South. Everybody else was saying it wasn't a word that now it is actually in the dictionary.
Sure is.
Because we're like, we ain't changing. You better put it in the dictionary.
Well, it's funny because, we've met a lot of people who have moved here.
Mm-hmm.
And the first word that they pick up that they catch themselves saying is y'all.
And they want to say it right. They're like, am I using it right? Do I say it right? Because a lot of times when they say it, they feel like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird in the middle of their sentence. So they're like, I don't sound right, do I? I said, well, you just got to say it.
Right.
Say it like you mean it.
Yeah. Everything's real. If you want to talk Southern, just be real lazy about it.
Yeah.
And don't finish your words.
String those I's out.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
Ice instead of ice.
To me, it's just talking easy. You know,
Easy.
when you try to talk like you're from Boston or New York,
Look, I like accents anyway.
it's hard.
I think it's neat. But
There's a lot more muscles you got to move to talk like you're from up north.
there's somebody that didn't know what buggy was instead of a cart at places you go shopping. And I said buggy one time and got made fun of. And I'm like, listen, this is the South. We say buggy down here.
I say cart. I don't
say either one.
I don't say buggy.
But you've heard it. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
You're thinking
Yeah.
it's something.
If we're at the grocery store and says somebody go get me a buggy,
Yeah.
I know what to go get. But I don't really use that much.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I don't go to the grocery store much either, so.
Well, I don't either because
Now
now,
that they-
it's like shopping and going and picking it
Now
up.
they
so I
bring
don't
it
need
to
a
your
buggy.
car.
But I remember that being, and it was somebody that moved down here. And I'm like, look, if you're gonna move here, you need to say buggy.
Get on board.
Yuns is what another Sheila said. Yun.
You guys yuns. It's not just one yun.
Tex said yun.
You can't be just one yun.
Johnny said piddling.
Oh, yeah. Anything else?
Rachel said all the words Nikki D. Ray says on Channel 5.
I don't know.
Most Southern words.
I don't know who Nikki D. Ray is, but I love the.
Blonde, cute girl.
I love the name,
Well, she's Nikki D. Ray.
Nikki D. Ray.
Of course she's Southern.
All right, we'll look her up. We may need to get her on the program.
Yeah, talking about her. Dag Nabbity. Instead of Dag Nabbit, he put a Y on there. Maybe that was a misprint.
I've never heard anybody actually say dag nabbit.
I don't actually think that's originated in the South because I've heard it in movies. But then again,
Yeah.
I'm drawn to Southern movies, so it could be a Southern thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard anybody use that in real life. Dag nabbit. It's always been like a Western or something.
Right. Yeah. That's me. Dag Nabbit sounds Westerny.
Yeah. All right. Come get you some food, dag nabbit.
That sounded pretty good.
That's my Western. I've been cooking all day. Old man Festus voice.
And then use the Dag Nabbit with cornbread.
So dag nabbit, get you some cornbread.
See, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good stuff. Good job. Good
Thanks,
job.
Sheila.
That's all the Southern words that we have here.
Now, when I was a little kid,
Oh, reckon.
there was a fella named Ike Lamberson, and he'd get tickled, and about the time he's done laughing, he'd say "Dad soups," and I never heard it from another person in
Maybe
my
that was
entire
just
life.
something that he came up with.
But
for
I
his family.
love Dad soups. He'd say. I was like, I wonder what that means. And nobody knew what it meant, but Ike would say it all the time.
It was okay because Ike said it.
I was just a little kid, and I'd be out with him and my grandpa and sitting in between them in the truck bench seat, and they'd be telling stories, and I would get tickled and be like, well, Dad soups. I just remember that. It was just a cool thing to be.
Because you hadn't heard it before either, and that's why it really
I
stood
hadn't
out.
heard it since, is the thing.
Here's two that, well, Russell said reckon I'll go, or here's one I like that I always thought was weird, but we all said it, Fixing to. I'm fixing it.
Yeah,
I'm
I say fixing to quite a bit.
Of course we do.
Yeah. It's 6:29 coming up. We've got spoiler alert on the way, so stick around for that. That's the latest in the world of entertainment and music. That's coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Hang with us. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Upperman Bees baseball team won their final game of the regular season in walk-off fashion last night, beating Lebanon 4-3. Tied in the bottom of the seventh, Chris Wersing ripped a single back up the middle to score Evan Huddleston as the Bees won their 19th game of the season. The Cleveland Cavaliers completed the most lopsided playoff series sweep in NBA history yesterday as they beat the Miami Heat 138-83 in a game that they led by as many as 60 points. They outscored the Heat by a combined score of 122 points, breaking the record set by the Nuggets in 2009 with 121 over New Orleans. The Cavs will play either the Pacers or Bucks in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Florida Panthers took a 3-1 series lead on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the East first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, winning 4-2 in Game 4 last night. The Panthers scored 2 goals in 11 seconds in the third period to erase a 2-1 deficit. In the MLB last night, the Reds topped the Cardinals 3-1 and have won 5 games in a row. Orioles over the Yankees 4-3, Twins beat the Guardians 11-1, and the Mets smashed the Nationals 19-5. Brandon Nimmo drove in 9 runs in the win. Join us this evening for the high school softball game of the week as the Gordonsville Tigerettes finish out the regular season against Stowe Memorial. First pitch is set for 5:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:33. Y'all really got to come check out the summer space that they have here at Willow Window. They've been off doing some training and getting ready to start installing those summer spaces. Some really neat ideas that they have for your backyard, your patio, your deck. The possibilities really are endless. So get on to willowwindow.pro. You can see some of the things that they can do there and get all the information about how to contact them. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:34.
It's going to be a warm day, a high in the low 80s for us. We're at 64 at the moment. Going to be sunny too. Wind gust, it's going to be windy today. 22 miles per hour wind.
I think I heard Anthony's weather right. He said there may be some storms this afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. I didn't hear what he thought the coverage percentage was going to be or anything like that, just that they were a possibility. Sorry, Anthony, I was doing other stuff while you were talking.
There's 35% later on.
Okay. Spoiler alert time on late night TV. Looks like Seth Meyers has Tina Fey on, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
On ABC, they've got President Trump, the first 100 days, and then also Will Trent and The Rookie on ABC. CBS has all their FBI shows on tonight. Fox has The Cleaning Lady, also Alert, Missing Persons Unit. NBC's got St. Denis Medical, Night Court, The Voice, and Yes Chef. And on Discovery, it's the Red Bull soapbox race.
Soapbox Derby?
It just says race, I guess Derby.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the Kentucky Derby's this weekend.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, first Saturday in May. And Bizapalooza is tonight, and it's Derby themed
Let me
at
tell
Leslie
you.
Town Center.
May came up really, really fast.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool, the Red Bull soapbox race.
I think so too.
I may watch that. That's on Discovery. It's a series premiere, so I guess they're going to have multiple shows. I don't know if they're showing, hey, this is how we built them, or, or if it's just
soapbox
racing.
races happen all over the country.
Yeah. Used to have one here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to it. They hadn't done it since COVID, I don't think.
I don't think so either. It's, it took a lot of volunteers to put that together.
It sure was fun, though.
It was great, and the kids.
Did you ever get to race one down the hill?
No, that was you and Tony.
Oh, that's right. I always won.
Because you cheated.
I did.
See, I knew you did.
I didn't cheat. I would just
Cheated.
I would just ask which one's the fastest, and then somebody tell me. It's not like I was cheating. Tony could have asked the same question.
I know how you are, though.
Anybody could have asked.
You pull them aside where nobody else hears.
Well, I don't want people to know I'm asking.
Don't want people to know you're cheating.
Well, that's not cheating. That's just cheating. Which one's fastest, and then work to get that one. That's not cheating. That's research, is what that is.
Is that what that is?
Of course.
That's what all the NASCAR guys say too.
Right.
When they cheat.
They'd like the fastest car as well.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is set to star in the upcoming adaptation of The Riders. Tim Winton's novel, The Riders, follows a man who moved to Ireland with his family and finds himself searching far and wide after his wife goes missing.
I bet he killed her.
No, he's searching for her.
Well, you try to act like you're searching so nobody will think you did it.
Man, you just got to.
I've seen those shows. You know, I watch
too much Lifetime. Joseph Kosinski will direct a Miami Vice movie for Universal. Didn't we already have one?
When it bombed, I thought.
Well, this is the same guy that brought us Top Gun Maverick, so maybe he can do
Maybe he'll do a good job.
better
on it.
job.
Yeah, because Miami Vice was a hit show.
Yeah, it was.
And that didn't you say Miami Vice?
Yeah.
I was like, did I get mixed up?
No, I was just agreeing with you that it was
You kind of smiled like you up to something.
I just thought that was funny. Miami Vice was a hit show.
It was. It was on several seasons, though. In the 80s. It was totally 80s.
Seinfeld was a hit show. It reminds me when we were at those boys from Livingston Academy, the band Cousin.
Yes.
And they were like, we're going to play a song now. You may have heard of them. I don't know. They're pretty old. It's a band called Aerosmith.
Then it was Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
You all heard of them?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is our high school. And
Yeah, the funniest one
college years.
was Aerosmith because he said Aerosmith. Like, yeah, man, I for sure heard of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you did that show. Miami Vice was a hit
Like I was
show.
really telling you something.
Yeah. Bob Gale, the co-writer of Back to the Future, has ruled out any sequels. Thank you, Bob Gale. We don't need any more Back to the Futures.
There were just 2, right? Or was there more than 2?
No, there was 3 where they go back to the Old West.
Oh, yeah, that's why
Remember
I
that?
totally try to get that one out of my mind because it really sucked.
Well,
I thought.
the only way that it works, because if they were to go back in time the same amount of time that they went back in time, I think it would be like,
If they were going back in time the same amount of time they went back in
because
time.
that was in 84,
You know
right?
how silly you sounded? If they were to go back in time
Well,
the same amount of time they went back in
Sheila,
time. Is it because you're working with me and I'm affecting you?
No, that was plain as day. So if they went back in time now, the same amount of time they went back in time then, it would be like in the 90s, right?
Jason, I'm not playing this game with you this morning.
I know I'm asking you to do hard math, and I apologize.
You know, I done told you this morning we set up that I hate math.
I see, yeah, and I
And he
know,
wonders why I have an attitude.
and I know you got a mood today.
I don't like it when you're saying I got a mood. I'm not in a mood. I was fine until you made me be in a mood.
Travis Kelce has unfollowed Ryan Williams on Instagram.
What?
Sounds like Travis Kelce's in a mood too.
At least I'm in good company.
The issue stems from Blake Lively's legal dispute with It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni.
And then didn't they bring Taylor Swift in there?
Yeah.
So he's like, you don't mess with my woman.
Right. Don't mess with my woman. I'm following you on Instagram.
That's like, everybody knows
Ah.
that's gang signs nowadays. If you
Yeah.
unfollow somebody on
Right.
social media.
Yeah, you're basically dead to them
Yeah,
then.
yeah. You don't say it to them in person.
No,
You
you
just
just-
unfollow.
And then they got to find out on their own. Oh, looks like Travis Kelce
Ryan
unfollowed.
Williams. You meant Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan
It
Williams.
took me a moment, but then I realized Ryan Williams he's a local guy.
Yeah. Completely different guy.
And I'm like, Travis Kelce unfollowed our Ryan Williams?
Yeah, how does Ryan Williams know Travis Kelce?
And Ryan would go, ain't no skin off my back.
I doubt he's even following them.
That was great.
So during the NFL draft, Shedeur Sanders got a prank call from somebody pretending they were with the team, and
Oh no.
like, of course, his it kept dragging on and on and on. It was a whole thing.
Mhm.
Why hasn't anybody picked Shedeur Sanders yet? Because a lot of people had him going in the first round.
Yeah.
And I think he slipped back to the 5th round or maybe 6th. I'm not sure.
Mm.
But anyway, they couldn't figure out where this prank call came from because Shedeur Sanders had gone out and got a phone that was just for the NFL teams to call him.
That's crazy.
So somebody got a hold of the number and they pranked him.
They
Well,
were like, wouldn't this be funny?
it was the kid of the defensive coordinator from the Atlanta Falcons. So he's in trouble now.
That sounds like something, if you'd have thought of it, you would have done.
Totally done it. I would have. Man, I love Deion Sanders too. He was my favorite player when I was a kid with the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just thought, he was showy.
I'm like you. I liked them better when they were showy.
Yeah.
I thought that's entertainment.
Well, I think that was part of Shedeur's problem. He was
Too showy.
Well, I think he had a bad attitude. And I think
And nobody wanted to mess with that.
right. That's what it seemed like.
Because
but
I was like, if everybody was saying he's good enough that he should have went in the first round and he didn't go to the 5th round, what's up?
yeah,
Something's up.
right. And
somebody's heard something.
all it is rumors right now. Warner Brothers has introduced the Block Party edition of a Minecraft movie launching in theaters on Friday to embrace the film's unexpected transformation into an interactive fan event. So it's the new generation's Rocky Horror Picture Show now.
Ah, okay.
In the special version, it encourages audience participation, allowing fans to shout iconic lines like "chicken jockey" during screenings. The move comes after reports of fans being ejected from regular showings for hollering out "chicken jockey."
You said hollering out.
I've never played Minecraft, so I don't know what chicken jockey means.
Well, I don't either. It just sounded funny.
It sounds fun to say,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Chicken jockey.
Does that make you feel better, Sheila?
It does.
They help your mood any?
My mood was fine. And then you keep talking about my mood, and then it puts me in one.
Coming up, the
Chicken jockey.
The Real Good, that's on the way. Coming up next, a couple of stories that are positive and uplifting, so stick around for that. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. An unsettled weather pattern will take hold of the region beginning today. A few showers and thunderstorms will be possible this afternoon and evening. Storms could contain gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in the lower 80s. South wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. A few showers may linger into the overnight hours with lows in the mid-60s. South wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will be possible again Wednesday with highs in the low 80s.
Good morning, Cookeville.
Lighten up your life.
We're Jason and Sheila. It's 6:47 now. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And good morning to Sheila. And Sheila's told me to let y'all know she is not in a mood.
Good morning, everyone. Our guest this morning will be Colonel Nikki Philpo from Cookeville High School's JROTC.
Mm-hmm.
And also from the National Day of Prayer Task Force, we have Marsha Mullins and Dimple Holmes. They'll be in after 7:30.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting and definitely not in the mood.
That's right.
And we call it the real good. There's Colonel Nikki Philpo right there. He just got into this building. Can't wait to talk to him.
Yeah, we love him.
For 26 years, a nonprofit group in Chicago called Working Bikes has been on a mission to rescue bicycles from landfills and give them a new life. Since starting way back in 1999, Working Bikes has refurbished 150,000 bikes that they pulled out of landfills or picked up off the side of the road or people gave them. Once volunteers and a few dedicated employees make sure the bikes are in top condition, some are sold in the Working Bike storefront and others are donated back to the people in Chicago that are in need of transportation. But the majority of bikes get delivered to those in need in countries like Mexico, Albania, Egypt, and Cuba, among many more. The whole idea is to bring joy and mobility to others, allowing them to get around and improve their earning power and quality of life. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
You like that, Sheila?
I do, and I like that. Getting bikes out of the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of trouble.
Be a lot of work, wouldn't it?
A lot of work, but a lot of stinky work. But look at how good they done now.
Mary Marson is a great grandmother in London who recently celebrated her 95th birthday.
Yay!
Even though she's in her mid-90s, Mary has almost no health issues and plenty of energy to attend Zumba dance classes. She goes 3 times a week.
At 95.
Yeah. Mary grew up in Jamaica and believes she's enjoying vitality in her life because she simply eats organic food and stays active. That's what the doctor told me to do.
Mm-hmm. And Mediterranean diet. But he's not in the mood.
The staff in her dance studio views Mary as part of the family, and for years has made a big fuss on her birthday with balloons and cake and whatnot. Mary's 4 kids, 4 grandkids, and 5 great grandkids are very proud of her, and she's become like a local legend, inspiring others to keep fit. A local legend like our very own Sheila Scruggs, who's definitely not in the mood.
I'm not in the mood.
I can do everything in the Zumba routine, she said. I can even bend down and touch the floor. I've always been a very positive person, which also helps me keep healthy. I cannot feel old.
And I bet she's never been in a mood.
Well, she keeps a positive attitude, Sheila.
Hey, I keep a positive attitude. I'm positively not in a mood.
And that's obvious. I think everybody can see that you were definitely not in a mood.
Thank you.
All right, are you ready for Ask Sheila?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Got one right yesterday. It took some coaxing, but we got it out of you.
See, I know you wonder why I'm in a mood. Did you hear that? You can't just give it to me. You can't just say, hey, you got one. Good, Sheila. No, it took some coaxing.
This here looks like it's about women.
I don't know if I'm in that mood today, wanting to deal with women. Because I am one. I know how we are. Let's hear it.
78%.
Woo, 78. Okay.
Of women and 60% of men surveyed say they regularly use these. What are they? 78%.
That could be anything.
60% of men, they regular use these.
Is it something in a house, something at work? What?
It's for shopping.
Coupons.
Coupons.
Yay! Hey, that was good coaxing.
That's some good coaxing right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome, Sheila.
I'm in a good mood now. I got one.
On a woman.
On a woman.
This is on average 1.5 times larger in circumference than a man's.
But
what is it?
Her bottom.
No, not bottom. Although I would have thought that 1.5 times larger. Say the bottom might be a little bit more than that.
Oh. Are you trying to put me in a mood again?
No, I'm just saying that I mean, just watch TV. I mean, golly, there's some big old booties out there.
Her chesticles.
No.
Thighs.
Thighs is the answer.
I was just going down the human body.
Her thighs are 1.5 times larger in circumference than a man's. I didn't know that. On average, anyway.
Well, I don't know. Y'all work out a lot too.
Well, then we don't have those.
Right. That's why I would think ours would be bigger.
So it has to be something that we both have. Right.
But y'all have a chest.
Or there's no way.
Have a chest.
Or there's no way to compare, but we don't have the memories. Misty watercolored memory.
Okay, that's enough. I got 2 so far. Well, that was funny that I said that after you said that. I got 2 so far. Never mind. In a mood.
We're on a roller coaster of moods this morning. We're angry. We're happy.
I'm not angry.
We're sad.
I'm
we're
not
happy.
angry, Jason.
All right, last question here for Ask Sheila.
Okay.
When it comes to losing things, men are 3 to 4 times more likely to lose this than a woman.
Well,
What is
judging
it?
by this morning, it may be the man losing his mind because the woman is crazy and she's in a mood.
Well, it's not his mind, but it may have something to do with y'all being crazy.
What's that after this? Temper?
No, not lose temper.
Read it again because I'm confused right now.
When it comes to losing things, men are 3 to 4 times more likely to lose this than women are.
Is it about their health? Something like that?
Sure. Yeah.
It's not their minds. Maybe hearing.
Hearing. That's it. You got
I
all.
don't think y'all really are deaf. I think y'all
No.
just ignore us.
That's exactly right.
And that's why we feel crazy.
Well, that's
Shall I say the word that you hate?
what?
Gaslighting.
How can we gaslight you if we're pretending not to hear you?
That's gaslighting. You think I'm crazy.
That's
Make me
gaslighting.
feel crazy. Can't even hear me.
That's gaslighting.
Oh, it's not the best form of it, but
So I don't understand what that even is.
yeah, that's what the problem is. Y'all don't know what gaslighting is because y'all do it.
Well, we don't even know we're doing it.
That's the problem.
We're just trying to be helpful, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
I don't even know. I'm just trying to be silly right now.
Oh,
Hey, wait. Did I get all 3 of them?
you got all 3.
Whoop, whoop.
78% of women use coupons on a woman. Her thighs are bigger than a man's, which I think, looking back, we can see that.
Of course you can.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just y'all's shape, and we like it.
All right, then.
And then
That was real good, Jason. You're doing good.
And then men lose their hearing quicker than women.
Conveniently.
Now, my hearing really is bad.
What'd you say? No, sometimes, you know what? The older I get, the more, like when you're in a room with a lot of different people, a lot of different noises and everything, I used to be able to hear the person right beside me. Now I feel like there's too much background noise.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that is
We've
different.
got a dehumidifier at the house, and it's right behind the couch, which is a terrible place for it. And that's where I plugged it up at, so it's on me. It's not where Donna put it. And it's so loud, and I can't
Then
hear.
you got that loud ice maker too.
I can't. I got the loud
I
ice
remember him
maker.
talking about that one day.
And it's where I can't hear the TV. Well, Donna can somehow block out that thing, the dehumidifier, and still hear the TV. She can hear the TV when nobody else can. Y'all have super hearing, I think.
I don't think I do.
Some of you lovely ladies do.
Yeah, and I think we notice more, and I know this is, some of y'all women might get mad at me, but we notice like the cries of babies and animals and stuff more than men. Y'all ignore that.
We were at a at a meeting, and we're doing something with Bowling World and the YMCA about cancer research and things like that coming up. And I leaned over to Piper, who works at the radio station, and very quietly said, "Now, when is this event?" And then from way across the room, another lady said, "September 26th."
You don't realize though, even when he thinks he's whispering, he's got a big voice.
How in the world did you even hear
Your
that?
voice carries very well.
That's why I always got in trouble at school and church too.
Yeah, one of those big voices.
Coming up, Colonel Nikki Philpo with the JR or Junior ROTC. I always
ROTC.
get that mixed up, but He's retiring. Good for him. Bad for us.
Exactly.
So, and National Day of Prayer is coming up too. We'll talk to the ladies about that coming up this hour here on Good Morning Cookeville. Stay with us.
TRN News.
3 people are dead following a small plane crash in White County over the weekend. A 911 caller reported seeing the aircraft go down around noon Saturday near Elmira Road. Dean Selby with the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport has identified the victims as pilot Jonathan Braun and 2 passengers, Alabama couple Dylan and Kelsey Davis. Federal transportation officials are investigating the cause of the crash. A 24-year-old man is facing 5 counts of attempted first-degree murder after a string of shootings across Memphis on Saturday. Police say Enoch Martinez shot at multiple people while driving a silver Ford Edge, leaving 2 victims critically injured. Martinez fled from officers, crashed his SUV, and tried to run before being taken into custody. Authorities recovered a handgun at the scene and tied Martinez to all 5 shootings. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
Oh, I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart healthy oil.
You're a genius! So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
3 people are dead after a small plane crashed in Tennessee Saturday morning. Police say the single-engine aircraft crashed as it was descending to land at the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport in Sparta, about 100 miles southeast of Nashville. All 3 people on board were killed. Air traffic control officials say they lost communication with the plane shortly before it went down, and an investigation into the cause of the crash is still ongoing. The Tennessee Titans are welcoming 9 new players to the team. The Titans wrapped up the 2025 NFL Draft by selecting 9 prospects, including quarterback Cam Ward with the first overall pick. Tennessee also picked up 2 wide receivers and a running back on the offensive side of the ball, while grabbing a cornerback and safety on the defensive side. Garnett Hollis Jr., who is from the Nashville area and played at West Virginia, signed with the Titans as an undrafted free agent. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Officials have released the identities of 3 people who died in a plane crash near the Upper Cumberland Regional Airport Saturday. Airport manager Dean Selby identified the pilot as Jonathan Braun of Middle Tennessee. The passengers identified as Alabama residents Dylan Clay Davis and his wife Kelsey Lynn Davis. Still no word on what caused the crash. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office has arrested a man after seizing 5 ounces of cocaine, weapons, and approximately $118,000 cash. Deputies charged Derek Kinner with manufacture, sale, and delivery of cocaine, along with possession of a firearm by a felon. Sheriff Eddie Ferris says deputies searched Kinner's home after finding probable cause through a year-long investigation. The sheriff said Kinner has a felony drug conviction and is believed to have gang affiliation. The Tennessee Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved the recommendations for no changes to 2025-2026 deer and turkey seasons and bag limits. During last week's commission meeting, the commissioners also voted to establish 2 new public hunting areas, including the 6,500-acre Scotts Gulf Centennial State Park in White and Van Buren counties.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. An unsettled weather pattern will take hold of the region beginning today. A few showers and thunderstorms will be possible this afternoon and evening. Storms could contain gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in the lower 80s. South wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. A few showers may linger into the overnight hours with lows in the mid-60s. South wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will be possible again Wednesday with highs in the low 80s.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. It's 7:07. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Sheila. And we got some big guests coming up this hour.
Oh, that's right. And our first guest is Colonel Nicky Philpo. He has been teaching the senior Army instructor at Cookeville High School, JROTC. Is it over 20 years you've been teaching there?
Almost 20 exactly.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
It's much longer, Jason, than I ever thought I would be there.
So you're finally retiring.
Yes.
Which makes, I'm happy for you, but it makes me sad too that you.
That's what we kept saying. This is great for Colonel Philpo,
right.
Bad for the rest of us.
Maybe not. My feelings have always been that you reach a point, any organization reaches a point where to remain healthy, you need some new blood. And that's just kind of the way life is. You need new influences from time to time. And that's not to say anything bad about any individual. It's just that it's time for new approaches and new ways of doing things. And I think we've probably reached that point in JROTC.
Does JROTC, does that go now? Is that separate from? Are you retired from the Army?
I actually retired from the Army back in 2006.
Okay.
And then went directly working for the Putnam County School System. The Army sponsors the program.
Yeah.
In partnership with the school system. So it is a very much a partnership kind of program. It's partially funded by the Army, partially funded by the local school systems. And I just have to say it's been a great experience. It's been a great arrangement. a unique arrangement.
Sure.
But it is a partnership program between the two entities.
Well, I just didn't know if this time counted as part of your
No,
Army.
as far as that's concerned, I'm a Putnam County employee with the school system.
Right. And then I've heard too, and I don't know what this means, and you'll have to tell me right or wrong here. So you're a colonel.
Yes.
But aren't you, isn't there something else before colonel for you?
There's a lieutenant colonel, then I'm colonel.
Right, but I thought there was there was colonel, then there was even a higher.
Oh, there is a higher rank. There's the general officers, but I am.
You're not that, okay.
So colonel is placed between lieutenant colonel and general.
I got you.
It's the rank before you get into the general office.
Okay, all right.
Well,
I'm still learning about all that.
Me too. With all of your dedication to the school system, I would think you're colonel by now.
That's colonel is my first name has kind of been replaced.
Yeah.
So that's fine with me. If that name goes with me to the grave, I'll be just fine with that.
Let me ask you this. I know you said you were, of course, in the Army.
Yes.
Then how long was it before you went from the Army to teaching?
Basically, there was no time. I went all. As a matter of fact, I retired one day and was actually picked up as a Putnam County employee the next day.
Oh, wow.
You weren't even really looking to do it?
I really wasn't. I wasn't unemployed at all. One status to another status.
That's something.
What's been the coolest thing for you with the junior ROTC? What's
Gosh, there's
we were talking about you yesterday, and just the the way that you've helped turn young men and women into just really good people.
I sure hope so.
My daughter married a boy that went through junior ROTC with you, and
then even at Tech,
and went through ROTC at Tech, and of course is in the Army now. And you were a huge influence on him.
Rudger was a heck of a young man. So.
And you can tell. I mean, he's a great husband, great dad, and I'm saying that as an in-law.
Yeah.
So
that means something.
You can tell a difference in the young men and women that you've touched their lives and made them better people.
Well, Rudger, you're a young man. He had a strong inner quality. He just had that character thing going on. You just polish that up a little bit.
Sure,
it's there, and individuals like that are going to be successful.
Well, but I guess what I'm saying is you were able to see that,
right, and that helped them rise to the top.
Right, and
our program by design gives us opportunities to see that kind of thing. It's a leadership program.
Mm-hmm.
At one point or time, every single young person that participates in the program is in the spotlight in different ways. So they all, to a certain extent, have the ability to shine and have the opportunity to shine. Some of them, of course, are more forthcoming.
Right.
And some you have to pull a little bit harder to get that out of them.
Well, everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
And to me, that's the cool part, is that you're able to see this as a colonel, as an Army guy, and you're able to see that, recognize it, and then foster whatever that is within them to bring out the best in them. There's a whole separate talent and skill, God-given, I think, that you possess.
Well, I take every bit of that as a compliment, but I can only say that.
Well, good, because I meant it as one.
Thank you. But the program itself is designed to give you multiple tools to work with all different kinds of young people, and give them the opportunities to achieve whatever they can achieve, whether it be physical fitness, whether it can be standing up in front of a group of people doing presentations, whether it be more artistically inclined, all of those kinds of things, these kids have an opportunity to express. It's just a matter of us matching the cadet, as we call them, It's just a matter of us matching the cadet with the right outlet and then letting them achieve.
And I know that program is great. I mean, I've seen the students throughout the years that you've brought in with you. And even some of them that really don't plan on having a career in the Army, but they did take it because they wanted those leadership skills.
Most of our kids will not go into the Army. They'll go off and do other things, great things.
Yeah.
That this has set the platform for them.
Yes.
It really has. And I'm not taking away from that program, but you really do have something different about you that is a talent and strength in finding the strength of others, especially the younger generation that they really are like the old-fashioned students that I'm thinking that really dig in deep. They learn and they take pride in themselves. And that is, that's a skill that not a lot of people have, to really embrace that and work with them and help draw them into the center. Because, when you're growing and developing, you kind of want to hide behind people because you don't understand what's going on. But you're like, give them the courage to do that. And I think that, I don't even know if you realize how much of a mentor and a father figure that you've been to them.
Well, thank you.
It's true. I mean, we really do. I mean, you're just really a really great person I
certainly appreciate that. I have to take this opportunity to tell you that I'm there with, I've had a group of extremely talented non-commissioned officers, sergeants, that are part of the program. In fact, in my time there, I've seen 100% turnover. There was a gentleman that started the program, David Frazier, who was instrumental in building that program from the ground up. In fact, he was there by himself for a little while.
We're lucky to still have this program.
Yeah. And First Sergeant Doug Romero, just outstanding, superb individual who's now over in White County. We have.
I know these names that you're talking.
We have currently we have a Command Sergeant Major Cook and a Sergeant Hickey. We had a young lady that worked with us for a while named. Her name has escaped me now. She was with us for a couple of years. Sergeant Bryant, Sergeant First Class Bryant, and she was a great influence on the young ladies in particular. So all of those people were there doing what they do best, and that's communicating with these youngsters one-on-one basis and finding out what makes them tick. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of those folks. They're super.
One thing that in all the years that Colonel Phil Poe's been coming in talking to us, and he always does a great job of putting the spotlight on the kids. But something that I don't think that I've ever done or asked you about is, you and your jobs in the Army and, where you went, where you served, that kind of stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Cookeville, Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:19.
We're talking about the JROTC program at Cookeville High School, which is really for all of Putnam County. It helps Monterey and Upperman. Nikki Philpo, Colonel Nikki Philpo, is the senior Army instructor there until June, and then you retire after June 30th. Is
Go off to the green pasture.
Now, Colonel Philpo, tell me your origin story. So where are you? I couldn't even tell you where you're from.
I'm from Cookeville, Tennessee.
Are you?
So it's
Okay.
complicated.
Okay.
I was born and was raised here in Cookeville. Went to Putnam County schools. So
he's an OG, is what you call him.
Yeah, you're an OG then.
OG.
What,
Original.
Original gangsta.
And
It's funny calling Colonel Philpo a gangster.
Yeah, I felt weird even saying, what class did you graduate?
1976.
All right.
Days ago, the old, at that time, Putnam County Senior High School.
Yeah.
And I just have to tell you, I look back on those years very, very fondly.
Mm-hmm.
I hear people critical of their high school experiences quite often, but I can't be critical of mine. I loved going to school.
Oh, me too. I had a blast.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Didn't learn much.
Well,
but I had a good time.
I was not at the top of my class.
No, me neither.
That way.
Me neither.
But somehow or another, I did well enough to get into Tennessee Tech.
Yeah.
Went to school there. I was a communications major at Tech. Actually did the student radio thing for a little while.
WTTU.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did that for a while. And I was kind of into theater and journalism and those kinds of things. That's kind of the direction I was. But I also got into ROTC, needless to say. And that was kind of an unplanned kind of thing. But I did get into it. And kind of took to the program,
Right.
needless to say. And ultimately, I graduated and was commissioned into the Army in 1980.
Now, were you going to Tech? Was the Army paying for you to go to Tech?
My final 2 years in JROTC,
Okay.
there was some financial assistance.
Yeah.
I'll have to tell you, not like it is today.
Right.
Financially, the program can be much more lucrative today.
Yes.
In fact, that's one of the big advantages of going into ROTC is that you can get so much financial assistance as well as career opportunity when you finish up.
Yeah, I didn't realize what a leg up that was until having a family member who had done that.
A young person can almost get a college education paid for.
I believe he did.
I would not be surprised if he didn't.
And of course, now of course he went with I guess it's the GI Bill, and so he's still in he's doing the whole Army thing right now. But the ROTC is just an unbelievable setup for the rest of your life.
It really is.
You know, the youngster has to have a feeling of service and commitment to the country. That has to be there first. But if that is there, and the desire to go to college and better themselves, and those things are also there, that's a wonderful combination.
Yeah.
Put all that together.
So, where all did you serve as you came up the ranks?
An armor officer, so needless to say, I was around those tanks quite a bit, especially early on in my career. Spent time in Germany in an armored battalion. Spent time in an armored cav regiment a little bit later on. Also, I spent some time in the Tennessee Army National Guard for a while.
Yeah.
I got to know those folks, and just tremendous people. Just tremendous people.
So when you went off to these other places, your job were you driving a tank?
Oh,
or?
no, they wouldn't trust me with that. I was what was called a tank commander when I was actually on the tank, and that's pretty much a leadership kind of position. I was a second lieutenant, one of those dangerous second lieutenants early on in my tanking business. So I was a platoon leader, and then later on went up and became a company commander and had even more opportunities to cause trouble and havoc and chaos.
Yeah.
And then eventually I made it on up into staff positions, and they rescued the tankers from having to deal with me on a daily basis, and I did some management and
You
planning.
made it sound like you were terrible or something.
No.
He was just young.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I had a few lessons to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So what would Colonel Nicky Filpo be doing if he'd never been in the Army? What
That's
do
a
you
good
think?
question. I probably would have been in the education area in some way. That's, that.
You love teaching.
Yeah, I do. I really like
And
it.
I think some people are teachers and other people are born to be teachers. You were born to be a teacher.
I had the privilege of being a middle school English teacher for
Really?
about 4 or 5 years at one point. And I separated from the active Army for just a little while. And stayed in the National Guard and was a school teacher, a traditional school teacher.
Here in Putnam County?
It was in White County.
Oh, okay.
And I taught 7th and 8th grade English, and I absolutely loved it. I was offered a very, very good opportunity with the Army to go back on active duty. And I literally struggled with accepting that offer because I enjoyed teaching school so much.
Yeah.
But the Army won out eventually. And
The Army's got some pretty good benefits.
the Army's got some good benefits, and they were offering me at least initially an opportunity to teach ROTC.
Oh, really?
So I elected to do that, and number of years after that, and eventually, of course, retired. Spent quite a few years, by the way, at the Pentagon. So.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, I was also
All
the
I've done is
Pentagon.
toured the Pentagon, which it is locked down, and
that's
that was in like the late 80s. I can't imagine
my
now.
Pentagon time was before 9/11,
Yeah.
which is what you're talking about. What you're
Which was
referring
still, it was really locked down then. I can't imagine
yeah,
now.
It was still a secure kind
It
of
was so
environment.
cool to walk down those hallways.
As we all know, the world as we know it changed after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your job at the Pentagon?
I had actually a number of jobs, but I was mostly in resource management kinds of jobs. As hard as it is to believe, the Army in its infinite wisdom turned me into a money guy there at the end. So I dealt a lot with the financial aspects of programming, future training, and those kinds of things.
Yeah, the all the different divisions that are within not just the Army but the armed services, and working well with all the other armed services, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy. I imagine at the Pentagon, you had to do that a lot.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
It's very much a joint, what it's called a joint environment, where you've got all of the services figuring out how to work together, because when we do things operationally now, it's very much a joint kind of world.
Right.
None of the services operate autonomously. They all have to work with each other and support each other mutually.
And it's funny too that even though they are working with each other, each arm has a lot of pride in their.
Oh yes.
And, if you're an Army man, you're an Army man.
You're still an Army man.
Right? Yeah. You make the Navy and the Air Force. I think the Marines get a little bit of all right. You're a Marine, but the Navy and Air Force, they seem to be the ones that get the kidding around from some of the other guys.
Yes, they do.
But
they handle it well.
They sure do. And they're still tough as nails. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, they are. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Was there ever a time when you were going through basic training, you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm out on this.
Well, you know what? I think probably everybody has those days.
Yeah.
And they were there like everybody else experiences, but they were short-lived.
Yeah.
And there were always high points that kept me going. And, if there is one little bit of credit I can give myself, I listened to people that gave me advice along the way. And that's a very important lesson. And we try to teach that to the kids in JROTC. There's people that they come into contact with, and that I came into contact with, that have lived a life and know a lot.
Yeah.
And if you will listen to them, they want to guide you in the right direction.
That's right.
They're not out to bring you down.
That's like me with Sheila.
I got it. Oh,
I'm trying.
Not out to bring me down.
I'm trying to lead her along.
well, that's very commendable.
Right.
Listen, I never knew that about you.
I
Very
try to lead
commendable.
him. He won't listen.
She fights like she's an unbroke pony.
Oh my gosh,
Let me tell you.
Sheila, I did not know that. That's,
Unbroke
Yeah.
pony.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, before we go, right quick, we're about to wrap up, but I know you're probably going to take a little time off to be with your family. What else are you getting into in your retirement? Do you know yet?
What I'm gonna work real hard to people. I have a hard time believing this, but people call me a creature of habit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work real hard to prove that I'm not so much a creature of habit.
There you
for a
go.
little while, and just do some enjoyable kinds of things. I've got some ideas after that. I'll see what pans out on those ideas.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I'm just going to take it easy for a little while. And,
Any hobbies that you've been doing that you might do more of?
I am a huge, people that know me a little bit probably would recognize this. I am a huge rock and roll fan. And I'm going to concentrate real hard on maybe getting out to see some of those concerts and live venues and those kinds of things, which I've not been able to do in a long time because I have to get up too blasted.
Now, when you say rock and roll, who are you talking about?
I'm a late 1960s through probably very early 1980s.
Oh, okay.
Very early 1980s.
I got you.
Not that I don't appreciate music from later on in time, but that particular time frame is kind of what I really enjoy.
Now, do you play guitar or anything?
That's another interesting point. I used to, but it's been a lot of years.
Yeah.
So who knows? I may pick up.
Well, we might have Colonel Phil Poe in concert here.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know
Who's
if I
the
would-
main one you're wanting to see right quick?
Oh, shoot. I would love, and I understand that Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings of the Guess Who are getting back together in the next few months.
I've heard that.
And I would love to see. I've seen the Guess Who.
Yeah.
They're very famous, famous outing a few years ago. But I'm sure there would be a lot of that music played.
Good
and I
taste.
would love to see it again.
Well, I hope you get to go everywhere you want to go.
Yes,
you should try to go to Red Rocks.
Red Rock.
That's on my bucket list.
Yeah,
too.
it's to see some of those. I know every now and then they'll have some of those older bands there at Red Rocks, and Red Rocks looks like a cool place. And if you're retired, then you got all the time in the world to go.
I know there's some of these smaller venues now that offer some wonderful.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
A little more intimate venue that you can
and
really
I'm looking
see.
forward to checking some of those out.
Oh, I hope you get to.
Well,
yeah.
again, we're happy for you, but we're sad for the Upper Cumberland. You've given so much of your time and effort, and
But you deserve it.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's, not
You can
always
tell
been
it.
easy, but it's been a pleasure. I think I've gotten as much out of it as the kids.
probably, but you put so much into them too, and it's
You poured into them, so enjoy those
yeah.
concerts and your family.
Absolutely. Colonel Phil Poe in the studio with us. It's 7:33. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions Exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Upperman Bees baseball team won their final game of the regular season in walk-off fashion last night, beating Lebanon 4-3. Tied in the bottom of the seventh, Chris Worsing ripped a single back up the middle to score Evan Huddleston as the Bees won their 19th game of the season. The Cleveland Cavaliers completed the most lopsided playoff series sweep in NBA history yesterday as they beat the Miami Heat 138-83 in a game that they led by as many as 60 points. They outscored the Heat by a combined score of 122 points, breaking the record set by the Nuggets in 2009 with 121 over New Orleans. The Cavs will play either the Pacers or Bucks in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Florida Panthers took a 3-1 series lead on the Tampa Bay Lightning in the East first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, winning 4-2 in Game 4 last night. The Panthers scored 2 goals in 11 seconds in the third period to erase a 2-1 deficit. In the MLB last night, the Reds topped the Cardinals 3-1 and have won 5 games in a row. Orioles over the Yankees 4-3, Twins beat the Guardians 11-1, and the Mets smashed the Nationals 19-5. Brandon Nimmo drove in 9 runs in the win. Join us this evening for the high school softball game of the week as the Gordonsville Tigerettes finish out the regular season against Stowe Memorial. First pitch is set for 5:30 on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:36 now.
And we have special guests getting all situated here from the National Day of Prayer Task Force, Miss Marsha Mullins and Dimple Holmes, 2 of our favorite people. We got all of our favorite people on today.
Yeah, we got some good people. It's been
Colonel
fun.
Nicky Philpo, we just talked to him and we love his service, and then found out your daddy married him and his wife.
Yes, we were next door. We lived next door to his wife growing up.
I didn't. So your daddy must have been a preacher.
He was. He also taught at Tech. He was a marriage counselor and he farmed.
Oh my goodness.
Did a little bit of everything.
He did.
He was a Renaissance man.
He was. He was Cookeville's first licensed marriage counselor.
Oh, I love
Well,
that.
how about
I did
that?
not realize that. All of that. They're just full of information.
And then Miss Dimple's here, my spirit animal.
That's right.
How are you, Miss Dimple?
I'm good, thank you.
We're good. National Day of Prayer is coming up on Thursday. I saw that both mayors did a proclamation. How
love
cool was
that.
that?
Oh, she's got that proclamation here
from Governor Lee.
Oh, from Governor Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
It's coming up. It's going to be at the courthouse, and this is the National Day of Prayer has been going on for a long time. Here in Cookeville, how long has it been going on?
The National Day of Prayer was signed into law in 1952, so
Yeah.
this is our 74th observance. I started with Tim Frank probably about 25, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's been going on here for quite some time.
Yes.
And now you're kind of over, or not kind of over. You're over multiple locations of this now.
Middle Tennessee.
I was going to say the mid-state or Middle Tennessee.
Middle Tennessee region.
So what does that mean? What does that mean for you now?
She knows a lot of people.
It's God's grace. It's always God's grace. So he's letting me shepherd 34 counties. So
Wow.
that's great. And it's been wonderful. I get to meet so many strong prayer warriors and people that love Jesus and just want to serve him.
So give us the lowdown of the who's, the what's, the whens, and the where's, Miss Dimple, about how people can be involved with the National Day of Prayer that's happening here in Cookeville and Putnam County.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be happening May the 1st at the Cookeville Courthouse, and our praise and worship starts at 11:30, and the service usually ends about 12 o'clock. We end with prayer, so it's according to how the people respond to that. And we start off with greetings and introducing everybody and just giving out some of the rules that we ask people to do. And then we have the playing of the shofar and the prayer for Israel. And then it goes down to the different levels that we pray for: the government, the military, first responders, law enforcement, media and arts and business and education and family and churches and pastors, and the blowing of the shofar and the Hebrew blessing at the end. And then we have the closing ceremony, and we always read the National Day of Prayer prayer that they give us to pray. So we pray that all together. And we will have it outside, and if it rains, we will have the service on the 3rd floor of the courthouse.
Okay.
But we will have tents, and we will have chairs for people to sit in if they have to, or they're welcome to bring their own chair. So it's an exciting day, and we invite everybody to come and pray with us, to lift up our nation and our world in prayer to God. This is His day,
Right.
not ours.
Now, getting all those people together to pray? What does that mean to when you guys see it, and what do you think that means to the community?
I think it's good they see people coming together in one accord.
Yeah.
And you know, what is the saying about the chords? The 2 chords are harder to break than the one.
Right.
So
3 chords.
3 chords
are not easily broken.
Whenever we come together, it's a unity, just like in anything.
And you can feel it.
Yes, you can.
You really can.
Yeah,
It's
the
hard to
Holy Spirit
describe.
really- yes, the Holy Spirit really works and moves, and yes, ma'am, it is. It's
And you feel
wonderful.
like you're just all one being there praying. I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it, but it really is like, it just feels special.
It is special.
I love it because we drop labels and we do pray as one, and there is such a power in unity. And I think this is a day where we get a taste of heaven.
Oh, I love that.
And it's non-denominational.
Yes, right.
Everybody's invited. Don't matter what church you go to or don't go to. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to, stick your toe in it a little bit and see what the water's like. And there's a lot of unchurched out there right now. Maybe haven't experienced a group of people praying together before.
And we always want to lift up Jesus. He said in John 14:7, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And it's not a church that's going to save you or a denomination. It's that relationship with Jesus Christ. And God sent his son so that we could have that relationship. So we lift him up. We give him all the glory. And we want to fill up heaven.
Amen. That's right.
Make heaven crowded.
That's right.
Well, I bet it can be expanded anytime he wants it to be.
Yeah.
Though,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's like everybody. You think this? Well, I don't know. God's pretty big.
He created a whole universe.
Yeah, I mean, he created all this. So
He is Elohim.
my guess is he ain't going to run out of room for us. Just make some more.
One thing I wanted to mention, the National Task Force has set forth, each year they set a theme, and this year it's from Romans 15, verse 13, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. And this world needs hope, and our only
Like worse
hope is
than
in
ever.
Jesus. Yes. So,
I feel like a lot of people have lost that.
yes.
They have, yep.
It's pour out to the God of hope and be filled. And that's what we want to do. We want to fill people up with Jesus and the hope of the Holy Spirit in hope.
Tell me about, I know you have some guest speakers as well. Tell me who your guest speakers are.
Okay, so the master of ceremonies will be David Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
and the playing of the shofar and praying for Israel is the butlers.
Is that who's normally done it in the past, the butlers?
Yes.
Okay.
And the plant or the government levels is Pastor Josh Hodem, and the military and first responders and law enforcement is Jim Ball. The media and the arts is Ronnie Malone. Our business person is Roan Crane, and the education is Aaron Gall, and the family is Jennifer Willis, and the churches and the pastors is Pastor Steve Warren, and then the butlers will come back and at the end and blow the shofar and give the blessing, and then of course David Hunter is the closing ceremony. So a lot of great people.
And if nothing else, come out and hear the blowing of the shofar.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's really cool. And talk about getting some chills. There's something about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you what that is in that, but there's something about that.
That whole, I know it's, I don't want to seem fake when I say it, but like when you are there and you experience everything, it just really runs through you.
Yes.
It's
the Holy Spirit.
It is, and it's so beautiful.
And released.
Yeah.
And if you can't make it that day, you all are going to.
Oh, yeah. We'll have it on 107.7 Grace FM. You'll be able to hear everything there. And if you can watch. We'll be broadcasting it live on all the Hub Plus platforms, which is on Roku, the 2 cable channels,
192
Facebook and YouTube. So plenty of ways that you can be involved with this, and those are all great things, but nothing beats being there.
Right.
You know, I mean,
But I know there's a lot of people that can't make it. There might be some shut-ins, and please pass that along to your folks about where they can find that being broadcast, because that's their local ceremony that we're happy to be a part of.
And that night, if you'll go to www.nationaldayofprayer.org, live streaming will be from Washington, D.C., with our president, Kathy Branzell, who will have an entire program.
Oh, okay.
And Tim Tebow will be co-host this year.
Oh, really?
So
You are name dropping local celebrities and big time celebrities.
Yes, I'm telling you. So it's just God. He works it out every year. And this broadcast will go into 195 countries.
Oh, man.
Wow,
6 million homes.
unbelievable.
And Thursday night, 2 billion people, billion with a B,
Man.
will hear the gospel of the Lord Jesus.
We can only do you around 60 to 100,000. That's all we got. All right.
Yes. So we appreciate you all so much.
But we'll get to 1 billion here at one point, won't we, Dimple?
That's right.
By golly, that's right. More coming up about the National Day of Prayer here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out a little while longer with us. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Tuesday morning forecast. An unsettled weather pattern will take hold of the region beginning today. A few showers and thunderstorms will be possible this afternoon and evening. Storms could contain gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in the lower 80s. South wind around 10 to 20 miles per hour. A few showers may linger into the overnight hours with lows in the mid-60s. South wind around 5 miles per hour. Scattered storms will be possible again Wednesday with highs in the low 80s.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. It's 7:48. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Great group of real estate agents they have over there. So if you're looking for a real estate agent, or maybe you're a real estate agent who would like to make a move, or you're just starting your career out, Elevate Real Estate's a great place to start. And of course, we're here in the Willow Window Studio.
And we have Marsha Mullins and Dimple Holmes. They are with the National Day of Prayer Task Force. And I just want to talk about all the folks locally that are involved with the task force. It is a great group of folks that are involved locally with the National Day of
We
Prayer
got to
Task
meet a bunch of them the other day.
So much fun.
Oh, I had a blast. I sat next to Dimple, and now we're not allowed to sit next to each other.
Y'all were giggling an awful
Because
lot.
Dimple's a troublemaker.
I bet you got Dimple going.
No, it was her.
I work with him every morning. I know how he is, Dimple.
He's the one that got me in trouble with all of them. You know that's right, Dimple. Don't you be lying over there. You're this close to the National Day of Prayer.
Close to the National Day of Prayer.
I'll have to repent, won't I?
Yeah. I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
All right.
I love being a part of that group because it is just a fun group of people that just want to spread the positivity of Jesus.
It is. It is.
I think I've been doing this, 5 years?
Longer
Marsha
than
got
that.
me involved in this, and when I retired from Fleet Guard, I worked at Fleet Guard, and I went to one of the services, and I thought, man, I love this. And Celeste Gammon told me, she was like, Dimple, you need to come and join with us, because at that time she was on the task force, and I thought, okay, so I went, and so Marsha has kept me there.
Well, you can't say no to Celeste either.
No.
I mean, she gets it done.
Well, that you just made it sound like Marsha's trapped you.
But it's a good trap.
Okay, good. Good.
That's cute.
I appreciate it.
All right. Marsha's kept me there. It's like, well, do you need help, Dimple?
Once you meet Dimple, you don't want to let her go, just like you claim her as your spirit animal.
She is.
And Marsha's mine.
Yeah.
There you go.
We connect. And I want to give a shout out to Carla McKinney, our co-chair, and Peggy Ann Slagle, our co-chair, and Dimple Debbie, as I call her.
Dimple Debbie.
And
Yeah.
Reese Mincy, and Karen Velasquez, Victoria Carmack, and Angie Lindy. Have I left out anybody? That's it, I think. Jennifer Dwar.
It's an amazing group of ladies, which leads me to my question: where are all the men at?
We don't know.
We had a man years ago. Actually, Tim Frank, if y'all remember him, pastor at Stevens Street.
Yes.
That's who I started with. And we used to stand with index cards, and he had a bullhorn. And we stood on the west side of the courthouse. And that's how this started. And there were different groups in Cookeville praying. And we used to just circle up in small groups. And then Tim got sophisticated and got a bullhorn and index cards. We didn't know there was a national task force. We didn't know about the 7 mountains of influence. But God heard our prayers, and he grew this service. I'm just amazed at watching his hand. And I'll tell you, in Macon County, 3 years ago, they had never heard of National Day of Prayer.
Wow.
And I called one of the pastors there, and he said, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And he had a small service, and the next year it grew a little more. And this is their 3rd year. They have combined with other churches, and they're actually, I think, having to move to the fairgrounds. He said, our church will not hold. So in 3 years, I said,
That's
remember,
amazing.
I told you God is faithful, and he will grow. This is his service, and it's his word, and he watches over it to perform it.
And he gets more and more people involved every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. I mean, just over the past few years of knowing y'all and watching it grow has been
You guys have helped
amazing.
with this too.
Yes.
Because you would not believe the people that have never heard of National Day of Prayer.
Even locally. It
Yes,
does surprise me when they go, what is National Day of Prayer?
Yeah.
And
Well, I
I'm
mean,
happy to tell them.
Well, here's I knew it happened because I'd seen it on television, the one that they've done at the Capitol
the
or
national one.
yeah,
Mhm.
I've seen that before, but I didn't know it was done locally as well.
Yes.
Right.
So that's that was
I didn't
something
either for a
new
long
to me, but I knew that there was a big national thing that they invited all these incredible speakers to and performers and things like that. I knew
Right.
that happened, but I didn't know about the local one. So
Right.
Yes.
it's really cool, and all around the people will be all around the courthouse. This isn't some little rinky dink thing.
No.
It's a big deal.
It is. and it's a big deal globally. Let me tell you, if you're in another county, I know y'all broadcast within the region. If you will go to the website, www.nationaldayofprayer.org, go to events. There will be a toolbar on top. Click on events and scroll down. It's called Find a Gathering. If you'll go to browse by state, a map of the United States will pop up. Click on Tennessee. And I am so thrilled to say, and we're praying for more, Tennessee has probably at this point 90 plus events going on. And so you can click on your city and find out details and location and time for the services.
So that 90, that would almost cover the whole state. Well, it's not just counties, it's cities.
Yes, and some counties have multiple services.
Okay.
So it's
So I was thinking if there was one for every county, that puts us at what, 95? But
95 counties.
now, is that something that that you're working toward?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my goal for Middle
Well,
Tennessee.
she didn't pause on that one. Yes.
Well, I mean,
you know Marcia.
right.
I
Yeah.
have too much prayer.
Yeah, that's true.
And how much do you work with the other people that are doing the same job as you across the state?
We email back and forth. It's sort of a state prayer team, and so we lift each other up. And, you know, when I'm praying for Middle Tennessee counties, I'm praying for East and West Tennessee just as much because we are all one body. And I love our Tennessee flag. It's the 3 stars for East, West, and Middle Tennessee, but it's on one unified field, one background. And we have a wonderful state coordinator, Sarah Lowe. She also is a national area leader, and she has 5 states to shepherd.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So this isn't just start working on it a couple of weeks ago. This is a year-round thing to work on.
Sarah calls this National Day of Prayer is just the Super Bowl event. Prayer is 365, 24/7. There's a prayer room, and if you'll go on the website, once again, for prayer calls, there's a number you can call in. They have prayer going on 24/7.
Really?
Christmas Day, whatever. It's people
You
are
can
praying.
call on people to pray for you?
You can call in with a prayer and a praise, and yes.
I like that.
It's not necessarily a request, but we
Right.
do have prayer going on. So
That's
this
nice.
thing is bathed in prayer.
Well, it's the national day of it, so it better be, right?
Yes.
So tell us again. So this lasts what? About an hour, so people can come out for their lunch and.
Yes.
Okay.
Praise and worship starts at 11:30, and Ronnie Malone and Wayne Neighbors are going to do praise and worship this year. And then we'll start praying at 12 o'clock noon after the shofar blows, and we'll pray till 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And there will be prayer teams up front after the service. So if you need individual personal prayer, just come on. It's confidential, whatever your needs are. God already knows.
Yeah.
If he's got the hairs of our head numbered, he already knows what's in our hearts and the wounds and the hurts and the joys.
Yeah. And there's I know a lot of people talk about different parking. There's parking. You just got to hunt for it a little bit.
Yes.
If you're OG Cookvillian, you know where you can squeeze a little car in every now and then, right?
Yes.
I mean, you know where they ain't gonna tow you, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I'd hope not.
Yeah.
I've never been ticketed up there. And I will say Randy Porter and our city mayor have been so good to support us. And Randy Porter has been excellent to support us for years.
Yeah. Well, those are 2 great people right there.
Yep.
And they
Randy Porter and Lauren
they
Wheaton.
say what they mean and mean what they say, and that's hard to find in a politician, for sure. But I don't think either one of them are really politicians either. So
Servants.
yeah.
You got all the right words today, Marcia.
It's not me.
I like shepherd and servant and all that. That's
Yeah.
some good
People
stuff.
praying for me right now. I need it.
Yeah.
We all
We all do.
Yeah.
Especially Sheila. She's been in a little bit of a mood today.
He thinks I'm in a bad mood. I don't seem like a bad mood, do I?
She's mostly come out of it, but first thing this morning is real bad.
She didn't have her donuts, did she?
She did. I don't know what it was,
Donut.
but she needed some help. So.
You should have called us.
Well, no, I knew y'all were gonna be here, and it would help. So, and it
always
has.
helps.
Look at her; she's changed already.
That's right.
So, thank y'all for being here.
Thank y'all
so-
from Jason.
So glad that we get to be a small part of the National Day of Prayer. We're looking forward to being out there and
We're excited. Yeah.
provide the little bit of service that we can to the National Day of Prayer. But we appreciate y'all reaching out to us and having us be there.
And thank you.
We're excited about it.
Thank you.
Sheila, who we got on the schedule for tomorrow?
Well, we're going from National Day of Prayer to the Poke Salad Festival.
Hey,
yeah, that's
all
coming
right.
up soon. Casey Jackson and Ethan Reynolds will talk to us about that tomorrow.
And good on them. They the Poke Salad Festival was in dire need. It was almost not going to happen. It's one of the longest running festivals in the Upper Cumberland. Can't wait to talk to them. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Hub Plus. Bye now.
Bye.